everyone, it's Mimsy here. Did you buy a sewing machine on quarantine and you need to learn how to use it? This is the easiest project to sew. This is what I'm going to show you how to do. This cute little fall leaf garland. You can utilize this as a swag like I've got here on my fireplace. You could hang it from your ceiling like this. I've done a similar project for Halloween. I did a bat garland and I'll link to that post here in the cards. I've also done snowflakes for a frozen party, raindrops for baby showers. There's just an endless list of things that you can do with this sewing method. So if you have a new sewing machine or you're trying to teach a child or somebody to sew, this is a fantastic first project. So let's get started. So I went to Joann's and bought a stack of fall colored paper, but you could use anything. Last year I used construction paper from the Dollar Tree, and that was great because it is color on both sides. Then I printed out a couple oak leaf patterns and I traced those two leaves onto my paper. I traced it onto the white paper so that I could see it easily, and then I stacked them all up and cut them all out at one time. So I filled up that one sheet of paper with tracings and then cut them all out. And obviously if you have a Cricut, you could definitely use your Cricut and it might make this go faster. For me, I have a Cricut, but it's not faster for me to take it all out and then set it up, figure out how to operate it and all that. So it was just faster for me to trace it and cut all these out because I stacked them all up, one on top of the other. So I was able to cut out 5 or 6 colors at once. So do whatever is faster for you. If you've got small children that you're working with on a project, this would be a perfect project for children who are learning to sew, to go ahead and trace and cut out their own patterns. Okay, so I've got my pile of leaves all cut out here, and I've got white thread or off-white thread in my machine, and I've pulled a good long tail here so that I have something to tie at the end, you know, to hang from. So I'm just gonna sew randomly. I am gonna probably sew them all in the same direction, like this. I mean, you can angle them in different ways like this, but like, you know, all this way. And I'm gonna do some close, some, you know, like, I'm going to make this a lot closer together than my bats because I want some of it to overlap. I just don't want a single leaf. So, starting with the first one, you're just going to sew through them. This first one, we'll have to hold that tail. Put your sewing machine on the longest possible stitch. Now let me pull that out of there. Okay, there we go. Okay. Pull a nice long tail so you've got something to tie off on this end as well. So a couple little things that I learned doing this is if you, depending upon how you're going to use your garland, if you're going to use it on a fireplace and you want it to have a gentle curve or a swag type of a shape, then you'll want to sew your leaves on in kind of a swag shape. Otherwise, you're gonna have a hard time getting it to go that way. If you're gonna put it as a table runner, then obviously you can do it any which way. So keep that in mind, that you wanna keep your leaves, when you're sewing it, let it go that way so you get a nice swag on there. The other thing that you can do is you can take 2 leaves and do them back to back, and then that way when you sew them, I'll show you. You can then fold the leaves on the seam and make it sort of 3-dimensional like that on your garland. So just a couple little things to keep in mind as you're sewing. You can do that. And then of course you can always sew them farther apart if you just want a single leaf look. So there's lots of options.